Yo, welcome to the Bullish Podcast. I am Robert Burns, joined by our host Scott. Scott, how you living, bro?
I'm feeling bullish.
I
That's how I'm
like
living.
it. I like it, man. For those of you guys who don't know, this is the Bullish Podcast. Scott, what does it mean to be bullish, bro? Like a lot of people say this word in, the crypto space, the stock market space, but what does it mean to be bullish, bro?
Man, to be bullish, um, man, just to be like motivated on life, having something to look forward to, just doing every moment with purpose, you know?
I love that, bro. I couldn't agree more with you. I think again, we heard it said in the space so much that we're like, bro, like that has to be the name. I don't know if you remember, but we go to dinner, we're eating, and like we had a conversation, and you looked at me, and you're like, I'm bullish on you, bro. and
Super
like,
bullish. Yeah, just
and that's
yeah.
like stuck with me, personally these days, man. Like I find myself super bullish, just on life, bro. Like when I'm thinking about this year coming up, like well that we're in now, 24, bro, I'm so bullish, bro. So
Yeah.
bullish.
And
what
when I
what,
said
what, what are you bullish on these days?
for me, well, first when I said I was bullish on you, I just meant like, you have positive energy. I could just feel like for me, like they call it like they have a term like being an empath, and I don't necessarily like to give myself a term for like some things, but it's basically like you could feel certain energy. And like when I met you, like even before I met you, like in person, like I just felt like the genuine, humble, real, just good energy. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
positive, and like that's what I meant.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. Um. And what was your question again? Like, what am I
I,
bullish on
I was just saying, like, what are you bullish on right now?
right
Like
now? Like,
today on life.
man, this morning I woke up bullish because we had the bullish podcast starting today. Like, obviously, it's not going to be perfect. Like, we were on here for like what the last hour and a half trying to like get
Yeah,
our
just
right.
talking, just setting up. Is the
Yeah.
light right? We had this
Yeah.
little streak in my view, like
But it's
every
gonna. But when we look back, though, it's gonna be like, man, remember where we started? Because like I can see ourselves in the future where we have like today I was driving with Cora, and um, they had like an abandoned building for sale, and I was like, man, imagine if we bought that and it was like Bullish Studios and like just rebranded, like Tyler Perry action.
bro.
Yeah,
Mark my words, that's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen for sure. Yeah.
Sooner than we think, bro.
Yeah, so the main thing I was bullish on today was this bullish podcast and ICP in general, just because like it's like a passion of mine, just life period. Like there's so many things. Like I'm bullish on so many things. Like
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you,
I
man.
hope my Chargers get a better coach next year. Like everything, bro.
Right. Bro, I think there's a lot of people who may be watching this and like they don't know who we are,
Yeah,
what qualifies us to be behind this mic, if there's anything that qualifies us.
yeah.
Uh Maybe we should give them an idea of like who we are, bro, and like what we do, and
Okay,
just give them a little, I guess, background about ourselves.
okay. You go first.
Okay, I can go first. So obviously, like the name at the bottom, I'm Rob Burns. I'm currently, American football professional football player. I've been in the league, for 1 year now. It's my rookie year, um, and I'm just super bullish on crypto. And like, it's crazy because from like a like perspective, like it can be one of those things that like I find a lot of athletes in the locker room are like kind of sketchy on. They kind of say their distance is like, bro, like, hey, be careful. The tone when you talk about blockchain and crypto is usually, hey, be careful. Like, don't lose your money. Don't get scammed. Like make sure you're dealing with trusted people, which is all true things that you definitely have to be on guard for. But it's just been a space that I've probably been in now since 2017. My first time hearing about crypto was Bitcoin. One of my buddies, his name's Chad Allen. If somehow he watches this, thanks, Chad. Uh, we're just chilling at breakfast one morning. He's like, bro, you hear about Bitcoin? I'm like, no, like what is Bitcoin? And he's like, bro, it's like just one of those things that like you can do anything with. Like you can send $1 million to someone in like a couple hours. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, bro, like it's crazy. It's gonna change the world. And like he planted a seed in my head. I started doing my research, started getting into it more, and being like, okay, like I don't completely understand this, but like I want to understand it. And I just started doing research, and it's been a long journey, but I've been in the space since.
Yeah. And it's crazy that like 2 hours to send something, right? Like, sometimes like with Bitcoin, like maybe a couple weeks ago, I was just messing around with like new ordinal stuff, and like I bought an NFT, and I didn't get it until the next day. It was like almost like 24 hours or whatever. But yeah, but Bitcoin's always going to be the OG. For me, so my name is Scott, and I'm just an average Joe. I have a painting company, and one of my hobbies are crypto. And I got into crypto in 2021, around like the time of the pandemic, where everybody was at home on their phones doing nothing, or not doing nothing, but just on their phones a lot. And one of my biggest things is like I'm all about like getting paid, like my money, because I'm a hustler out here. I grind, like I want to like just keep elevating. And one of my biggest things are like waiting on getting, if you get a check, you got to wait till the next day when it cashes or whatever.
Right.
And if I send somebody a wire, you got to wait a couple hours. Like I'm all about like it's my money and I want it now. And so I got really big into XRP because I was like, I was getting fed this narrative of like instant settlement and low fees, and like I could send you $1 million and from Chicago to Tokyo, and like it'll be there in a second. And like I was a big XRP Army maxi and had the logo on my screen, and then the bull market started coming down and everything started crashing. I was my first time ever in crypto, like actually buying into crypto. I heard about crypto years before that, but this is my first time in it. And then I started losing interest, like a lot of people did. Like, so they started selling their bags, just like that's why the market crashes, right? And then I forgot about crypto for a couple years, or I didn't forget about it. It was in the back of my mind. And I started playing around with like sports cards, which is like another hobby of mine. And then ICP was always like on my mind from the first bull market, because like the day that it launched at like an extremely high value. It was like top 3 or 4 in the coin market cap, and everybody in crypto was like, "What the hell is ICP?" Besides the guys that were already like a part of the project before it launched, which I wasn't. And so it was that was my seed in the back of my brain. And then there was, I'm not going to say his name, but there was like a crypto person out there that I'm not very fond of for my personal reasons. And one day, right before I got the day I got into ICP, like officially bought my first ICP, and it was at like $8, and I'm blessed for that, because there's guys out there that bought ICP at $400, $500, and I see it all the time. They're DCAing all the way down to try to, make their averages smaller. But he tweeted out that ICP was a scam. And just because I didn't like this guy, because I believe he's a scammer, I went and bought me a bag of ICP just out of like a big and then, yeah. But then after I bought the ICP, I went down the rabbit hole, and I'm just like, holy shit, like this is a gem, And then ever since then, I never looked back. I got the tattoo on me. I'm a maxi to the fullest, and that's how, that got me fully fledged or pledged into crypto or whatever,
Right. And I think just naturally that's kind of where our worlds collide, So
Yeah.
from 2017, I go on, I continue to do the whole football thing, study at the University of Miami, finish undergrad, get my first master's, transfer to UConn, play ball there, start working on my business master's. And the whole time, again, like you said, like I keep hearing about these different waves of crypto. And when you're a college student, like you don't have access to capital like that, especially, me being in Connecticut, where like there is no NIL bags. Like, we're all living off of a stipend, kind of like what we have is what we have. And you're trying to, just make every dollar stretch. But I was like, man, if I ever do come across some cash, just even if it's just a couple $100, like, man, I would love to like be able to like continue to invest in crypto, because like I know it's the future. So like, I'm reading, I'm doing research, and obviously I keep hearing about Solana, and like Solana is like really growing on me. And I watched one of these videos about Solana, and it kind of, how like on the sidebar of YouTube you can see like related videos sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I see this guy, his name's like Jerry Banfield. And I was like, let me just click on it. And
Jerry got you in the ICP?
Yeah, bro.
Damn. A lot of people don't know too. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I hear him, and like off the bat, like you can tell like this, like he has a different energy. You know,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just like,
Yep.
yeah, like this guy really believes in what he's talking about. And he basically goes on to say like, he too was invested in a bunch of other protocols, but like he's kind of going all in on ICP and everything he said, bro. It just, like when like it makes sense, but you also just have a gut feeling about
That's
something.
how I felt too. I'm just like, dude, this is like getting into Apple on day one. Like it's just revolutionary.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Just the whole idea of potentially becoming, like the blockchain version of like a AWS or like a Google Cloud, and like
Yeah.
being able to like store all your data on chain and being able to build real applications completely on chain, like that just
And that's just part of it.
exactly, and that's just part of it, and that
Yeah.
just like I just gravitated to it, and I'm also building an app, like outside of football, like I like to do business, so I'm
Yep.
building an app, and it intrigued me. I was like, man, I was wondering, what if we built our app, which is basically a marketplace to connect landlords and students together. What if we build that completely on chain? And like I start going down this rabbit hole, and I keep my eye on it. At this time, it's trading around like $3 and like 80 something cents. I'm like, okay,
Almost the bottom.
yeah. I'm like, like I'll just keep my eye on it. I go on to like buy Solana. I go on to buy some ETH. I go on to buy. There was another cool coin around the same time, Celestia, right? Am I saying that right?
Oh yeah, it's like a purple logo. Yeah.
Exactly. The ticker's like TIA. And
Yeah.
bro, I bought a few of those. I wish I would have just kept on, but that's another story we'll talk about later.
Oh, I got a story like that too.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, we all do, bro.
Yeah.
And I keep ICP on the watch list. I don't know enough about it, but this Jerry guy, he's got me inspired. So I started doing my research, and the first part of my research was literally just typing in money sign ICP on Twitter, and I just see everyone just talking about it. I go to like the latest, and I just see like all these really passionate people. And one
Yeah.
of those passionate people was this Scott Summers guy.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, yo, like,
He's a good guy.
going hard for the community right now.
Yeah.
Like I gotta pick his brain, and bro, I end up just saying, like I'm just gonna do it. So I end up buying in like around the $4-5 range,
Yeah.
and been dollar cost, averaging cents. Whenever there's like a significant low, I try to buy back in.
Bro,
And
I'm so bullish on ICP. Like when you're talking, I just want to like keep blurt out like and this and that.
exactly. And so I end up DMing you, and like our paths cross, and bro, I've been even more bullish since, and I think that's how we got to this. We're like, bro, if we feel this way
Yeah.
with what we know, and we're this invested, like I think both of us, like we want to help people understand, one, why we're this bullish, but like you should be bullish too, not just
100%.
on ICP, but like on life, on
Yep.
blockchain, understanding that this isn't, oh, this is the future. Like this is what's happening now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then so that was great too, man. And then also like, I think a good thing that what we want to do is like, so first of all, like ICP, like they have one of like the most passionate communities, especially on X, where I spend most of my time. And like a lot of us, as soon as we see somebody out there fudding ICP, I'll put out a post or somebody else will put out a post like, hey, go get this guy, let him know, and we're over there like not, it's like ICP army for real. And it's like, and one of the biggest things that I always say is like, first of all, like I would never tell anybody really to go buy ICP because like if you don't want to buy it, like leave it cheap for me. I'm cool with that. So, but like I want us to like, tell people about like there's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of shadiness. I think 2024 is going to be the year of like shaking out a lot of the bad actors. And so like, we could help people with like, understanding what's real and what's not real. And one of the biggest things that drew me to ICP was, first of all, they have a bold vision, just like Apple did, just like Amazon did, Tesla, all them. And, but the thing is though, every blockchain or I wouldn't say every blockchain because not everybody is an actual blockchain in my opinion, like ICP is, but
Right.
everybody has a vision, but ICP is actually acting on this vision. So you go down the rabbit hole, you understand what their vision is, and then you go to Definity.org, and then you realize they have 270 plus employees. And then not only do they have 270 plus employees, they have a lot of developers from like Google and IBM. So these are big name people. Like if you look at like, not to bash anybody, but other blockchains or projects, they don't have the team that like ICP does or Dfinity does. Like the developers, they have an office building in Zurich. It's like all legit
with their logo on it.
With their logo on it, yeah. Which we're gonna go out there and make sure it's there. No,
right.
Yeah. No,
imagine we go there, we show up, there's no logo.
It's just empty. It's a plot of farmland.
Right.
Yeah. Aaron. The homie Aaron though. He's been out there though. That's where he did an interview with Dominic Williams out there. Which maybe we can get there too. Like or bring Dominic on the show one day or whatever. But yeah, I want us to be like positive and like. Just to educate people. I think that's a good way to move this channel is like, yeah, be bullish on ICP, but be bullish on life. And like, if there's any tips or tricks that we could like teach people and just bring positive energy, shake out the bad actors and, just let people know this is the real deal Holyfield. This isn't like a vision. Like if you look at, and, back in the last bull run in 2021, I had a lot of tokens too. I had like, for XRP was for like, my instant settlement giveaway token because it was fast and cheap. Then I had my BNB. That was like my gamble token to have fun with because they had all the meme coins coming out like SafeMoon and stuff.
I remember that.
Yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum was my gold and silver because everybody said it was. Then you had Quant, you had Chainlink because they were like these different layers of like the internet that were going to make Web3 better. Like I had a couple other things too, but then when you look at ICP basically does what all these other things do combined in one package. Instead of having all these boxes, like these little boxes, you have one box.
Right.
And it does it better and it does other things too. And it's just constantly evolving. It's the only adaptable blockchain out there. So like, when Ethereum, it's basically what Ethereum was supposed to be. But the problem with Ethereum is that they launched and like they got too much traction to go back and restart. So they have to do like forks and things like that. And with ICP, if we want to change something, they go put the proposal in the NNS, the users that govern it vote yes or no, and it changes in real time as opposed to like, okay, here's the countdown for the merge. You know what I mean? And, and that's going to be really useful when things like quantum computing comes out or when AI is really a big thing. Because, when quantum computing comes out, like it's going to cancel out a lot of stuff. And
1,000%.
With ICP, I think it's going to be utilized in ICP because we're going to hit a couple buttons. The proposals are going to go through and boom, we're ready. Let's go.
But what do you say to those people that say, hey, bro, look at the chart. It's a dead coin. It's a scam. It started off really high. Now it's trading, around $12. Like, what happened? Like, how do we answer those people?
Okay, so first of all, the beginning was bullcrap. Okay, and I was there in the beginning, but that's when I realized what ICP was. I didn't invest in ICP. I was fortunate enough to like not be a believer in the project then, so I didn't like get dumped on then. But long story short, all the if you want to do more research on it, because like, the story's out there, but basically Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, they manipulated the price of ICP because they were trading future perpetuals on FTX, which basically is, in an easy way to put it, is a counterfeit token. And it basically pumped the price up before launch. And then it was really ugly. And then, so that's part of it. The other part of it is that ICP never has had a real bull run, like ICP launched, I believe it was like May of 2021, which was like, it wasn't the exact peak of the bull run, but it was almost the peak of the bull run. And then everything just started coming down after that, like, and that's where I get my price prediction for ICP because, so basically we had to do like price discovery. We had to figure out where the bottom was. And that's where everybody should start anyway. Like everybody in the future, if they like launched a blockchain or crypto, they should launch it in the bottom of the bear market because that's where your price is going to be, right? And then, so we had to find out the hard way. We started off at the top and we came down. And now we're going back up because we're on the pre-bull market, right? So that's, I don't know. You want me to talk about my price prediction for ICP?
Or? Yeah, but before you even go into the price prediction,
okay.
I think it's also beneficial if we talk about how potentially yeah, what's up, Solomon? He's saying you guys launched a podcast already. Yes, sir, we did.
Oh, you see the
Um,
comments? I have them. I don't have them displayed on my screen.
yeah, I can see the comments. We got Trap DeFi in
Oh,
the
what's up, Trap?
building.
Hey, Trap is me. Like they so there was this time when I was trying to like develop on ICP. I was just messing around or whatever because I was just so like ambitious and wanted to build on it. So like I launched a token. I actually tried to launch a couple tokens or whatever, and the project didn't go like how it was supposed to be. I think like there was like 10 people that lost like 100 ICP, which I like reimbursed publicly. Um, that's all on my X and everything. But there was like a couple guys out there that were like trying to bash me, like, oh, he wants to be a scammer because he's launching a token. And then like the whole time I'm over here like trying to defend myself, like, no, I'm just trying to like do this or whatever. You know, I should have never did it in the beginning because I didn't know what I was doing. But the main thing is like the people got reimbursed. It was like 100 tokens or whatever. But then, you know, there was these couple guys that were just trolls and like they kept trying to tell Trap like, oh, Trap is probably Scott and like Scott's probably Trap and like yeah, so Trap's a cool ass dude, man. Like he owns his own like convenience store. I don't know where in the world, but he does. Like he's a big whale in the ICP community too. Like he's got like
Well, I will say I've never seen Trap and Scott together in the same place. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look at oh shoot. He's typing right now. My hands are free. I'm not Trap. Yeah.
No, that's awesome, bro.
Trap's got a bag of ICP too. He's got more than us, which is like, you know, we
Trap,
got a nice bag too, but he's got a big
Trap
bag.
believes then.
He's an all-in kind of guy. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Trap, we definitely got to bring you on the podcast one day, man.
He wants to come on too. Yeah.
I don't know if you're willing to do like a face reveal, you know.
Oh no, yeah, his face is out there. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
He goes live all the time. Yeah.
Perfect. Well then, bro, you definitely got to come on the show. But I think it's important for us before we talk about, you know, potential price prediction, to just talk about where does ICP fit amongst the other protocols that are out now? Because I think there's a lot of people who see it as this ultimate competitors is here to like knock out all the other blockchains. Maybe there's a way that ICP can actually like enhance the entire market of blockchain, and maybe there's partnerships between multiple, you know, blockchains to work together. Maybe so. Like, you want to talk more on that?
Yeah. So for me, okay, so ICP is a layer 1, and so technically it's a layer 1, and then technically we're a layer 2 for like Bitcoin and Ethereum now because we have the CK BTC and CK ETH or whatever. And then, but in my personal opinion, I think we're a layer 0, which is like a whole nother level of like whatever, because like when people talk about layer zeros, we're really the definition of layer 0 because we do it all. And I know, especially me, because I'm passionate about it, just because like there's communities out there like with Solana and Caspa, and they try to come at us, and you know, on the, you know, we're out here like on the block thugging it, right?
Yeah.
And they try to like spit these comments, and then we're over there defending it or whatever. And like, yeah, I'm out there just defending it, and like, you know, sometimes I'm like, yeah, but we do it a faster block than you do, you know, and like, and I show proof on it. But at the end of the day, ICP or the internet computer is really here to help everything else. So like Solana, for example, they have a lot of nodes, and even, yeah, so like they have a lot of nodes like running on Amazon Web Services, which is like super centralized. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like if you can imagine, like if Solana came out, instead of having their ego and they were like, we're going to work with internet computer and we're going to actually go fully on chain and like do this really, we're really about that Web3 crypto life, as opposed to like, I feel like they're just more of an enterprise as opposed to like being true Web3. And like, they're like, yeah, we're cool with working on Web3 or Amazon Web Services because we feel like ICP is a competitor. And like for internet computer, like even though like we go at it with the community members sometimes, just because we're just trying to like, you know, like stop the FUD and like preach truth. We would love to work with Solana. We already are like we already infiltrated Solana with like Discover. Like we already have the whole, you know, that app that's ran off of ICP, and we infiltrated their community and switched it over incognito to Solana. Now all of Solana's using it, but they don't even know that it's really running off an internet computer, you know?
And I think that's where the future lies. Like, I think there's going to be so many dApps that are like running on ICP and not even know it. I think
they're not even going to know it.
Right. I think there's a world where regular consumers,
Yeah.
regular Joes are using ICP,
Yep.
and just like the song, like she ain't even know it, like
You
they
didn't
won't
even
even
know it.
know it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Somebody asked me that the other day. They were like, my buddy Alex, he's a player personnel for the Georgia Bulldogs. And he said, because now he just bought an ICP.
let's
And he was like,
go. We got we
yep,
got we got someone in the SEC on ICP.
yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
bro. Yep.
Hey, shout out to Cam, my boy Cam. Yeah, he's tuning in. Shout out to Cam, man. That's my guy right there.
Hey, let's go. Um, and then yeah, so he bought ICP, but his question was, I'm glad you can see the comments too because I get distracted too easily. So like
I got you.
I would want to respond to them all in real time, which we can't.
I got you.
Yeah, but his question was like, how is the average consumer going to want to be excited to use this? And I told him I was like, that's the thing. The average consumer is going to use it and not even know they're using it because it's going to be running in the background. It's the whole new layer of the internet. Instead of having like all these layers of the onion, we're just one block of cheese or whatever you want to call it, or however you want to say it, and like it's more of like obviously like we're going to use it as an average consumer because we're into crypto. So we're going to be out here playing with meme coins or NFTs just because that's fun. Right. But the bigger picture is like, my wife's going to use it without even knowing it on some kind of app that she falls in love with. And it's just going to be running the whole background,
Yeah. I think as someone who's in the process, as I mentioned before, building an app, that's where I find like the most upside of ICP, just like selfishly. Like I told you guys before, like I'm building an app. It's called Dorm Hub. If you guys see Dorm Hub out there on Twitter, X,
coming soon.
Yeah. Please make sure follow us, subscribe, and like just come hang out with us on X. But the platform that we're building is basically a marketplace, like I mentioned, to connect landlords to students who need student housing. So like before, currently right now, if you're on campus, you'll see those little literal papers on campus. They're like, hey, I need a roommate, or hey, like, I have a room, $800 a month. I'm looking for a roommate. And it's just like, bro, like we're in 2024. Why is that still happening on paper, on bulletins, on campus? So we're basically bringing, those Facebook groups where they try to connect students together to find roommates. We're bringing that to one application. And so in the process of building this, one of the things that you run into is, the regulations. Exactly. Wait, I can hear myself.
I wanted to pull it up so people see what it is.
Exactly. But yes. So one of the things you run into, you're trying to build an application is regulation from iOS, Android. Is there any way to mute it? I can keep hearing myself.
Oh no. Okay.
How about now?
What if I just take it off? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
I was under pressure.
I can keep hearing the echo. But basically, when you're building something for iOS or Android, you run into all these rules and regulations. It has to hit these dimensions. It has to be able to, function as per their rules. I mean, we're not doing this, but let's say you wanted to build something rated X or rated R, like you have a really hard time to doing that because Apple has their rules. Also, you're probably going to spend, or give 25 to 30% to meet their standard requirements. You're going to have to pay for hosting, and that can add up over time. What I like about building on blockchain is that, which one day we'll discuss this, but it's as simple as cutting out the middleman, right? Like cutting out these iOS and Apple and Android and going directly to the consumer. So you can literally, the users will go to our website and download the app from our website, install it on their phone as a bookmark, and they're using an app. Like that's the beauty of what not just ICP is, but of what blockchain is and how it can help, developers and builders moving forward.
Yeah, dude, I hate that. Like I subscribe to X Premium and I have to pay more because I use my iOS device as opposed to like going on the web browser and paying less.
Wow.
Yep, because they mark up their prices because the fees that are taken out, like 30% or whatever it is,
Wow, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. And I think what another beauty that blockchain adds is that you get to host this coin, right, or this token that can bring utility to that community that you're servicing. So like in our case, let's say, it is, students and landlords. Well, maybe that's how we can incentivize an audience to come and download our apps. Like, hey, we give you, I don't know, X% of whatever we make moving forward. And what you see is with apps is like we make the developers rich. Like how many apps can say they're like actually helping the community which they're servicing? You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
where the users, the landlords and students could actually be like owners, like founders in a sense,
Yeah.
where there's a DAO and they have governance of like what features and what updates they want to do on the app versus the developers like trying
And
to do a survey and just guessing.
there's so many more ways to make money than, I guess, fully taking advantage of. You don't have to like, when you create something like a project, obviously, you need to get some kind of reward for it, for like creating it, but you can do things like email lists or whatever. You don't have to like, hit everybody in their pockets. Like if there's a way to like cut out that fee from like Apple, then like do it. Like why, like Apple's prices are just extreme. You know what I mean? Like they're taking so much off the top. It's crazy. Shout out Dorm Hubs too, like the official sponsor of the Bullish Studios.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, moving forward, we're gonna need like one of those horns, like
Yeah.
like or like the clapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or dude, we're like on the top, so we have the bull in the background. That'd be nice if we had the Dorm Hub logo like in the corner where like the full bull is, or even in the background somewhere. That'd be dope. Yeah.
Bro, that'd be dope, man. That'd be really dope. So, bro, tell me, like you said, which I've never heard this before, that ICP is a layer 0. I've never thought about
in my opinion. Yeah.
Right. I've never thought about it from that perspective.
Yeah. Because it's like it does the everything chain,
Right. Which makes sense, but I've never thought about it. I've always thought of this like, hey, it's a layer 1, like the other layer ones. In that sense. But as we know, there's so many other things that are going on within the ecosystems. There's other tokens, there's other dApps being built like every week now, it feels like.
Yeah.
What are the projects within ICP that you're most bullish on these days?
So I had the tabs open right here. Let me try to open it up.
Okay.
So I had 3 that I was like super interested in lately. And then first of all, let's check the price. No, we won't check the price. We'll talk about that. So Finterest right here. Finterest is nice because so this should be launching like within the next like couple months or whatever. Like they've been building for a while. But let me try to figure out how to use this because this is obviously our first stream.
Right.
So Finterest, like it says here, it says it's the first bridgeless lending protocol available ever. So basically what this does is it's basically like DeFi. So you can basically be the bank. Let's say you have 1,000 ICP. You can go put it on Finterest and you can lend it out to other people that need loans. So somebody can come on here looking for a loan for 1,000 ICP. And let me show you the dashboard if it'll even show me. See, it's in development. So basically you can do borrowing, you can like put it in like a high yield savings account. And so basically you can go on here, like if you were looking for a loan for 1,000 ICP, you would have to have your own 1,000 ICP as like collateral. And you would come on here, you would lock up your own ICP, and then you would basically get the loan, go use the loan for whatever you need, or you would need some kind of collateral. I don't know exactly how it works, but basically you can, as the lender, you can like make like 10% interest on there or whatever. You can go on there and say, put your ICP up there but it's secure through like a smart contract where there's no risk to you because they have collateral backed up against it with another like coin or whatever. So like if they don't pay you, you have something to like get repaid in. But if you do get paid back, which you should most of the time, you can make like 10-20% on your money as opposed to like go putting it in a high yield savings account in the real world and making like 3 or 4 or 5%. But it's all on chain. You don't have to move it through like a bank that's like, that could be like canceled or whatever, whatever the word is. So I think this is going to bring a lot of people into ICP right here.
No, that makes a lot of sense, bro. As I think about it, it reminds me of Project Ade, it also kind of reminds me of Seamless. and like we're
trying to
trying to
build
build
base.
base. It's
It's
definitely
definitely
something
something
that's
that's
needed.
needed.
Like
How many times
do
do
you
you
want to
want to
build
build
core
or
or just
just
do
do
something and
something
you
and you
just
just
don't
don't
have the
have the
means to
means to
do it?
do it? You know,
Being able to
100%.
borrow
borrow
and
and
make
making
money off
money
of
off
that,
that.
that's
That's
just amazing.
amazing.
I wonder, is there a way? Does the audio sound good to you still?
When I'm
When I'm
talking right
talking
now,
right
you
now,
can
you
hear the
the
screen?
screen?
No.
No.
Okay, let me try to do this then. Okay, try to talk now.
Hello? It sounds great.
That sounds better. Okay, what is going on?
It's only when you share your screen for some reason.
So when I share it,
Hello?
Hello?
I think because you're sharing the audio as you share your screen too.
oh,
Maybe there's a way to share your screen but not share your audio. So they're not hearing it twice, maybe.
so share audio. Okay. Oh, I see. Entire screen, screen two. So you see everybody that's watching this out there. This is our first stream, so we're trying to figure it out. But thanks for
Right,
we got
right.
four
And we
people in here.
appreciate it, man. And by the way, like we see we got 4 people watching. Like let us know who you are, where you're coming from, why are you watching? Like let us know in the chat, please.
It sounds so much better now. I turned the audio off of the other screen.
Okay, perfect.
But there is the last thing that I want to show. I do want audio on it, so like I'll just turn it back on, and then I guess we won't talk. It's just like a 30-second video.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm interested in Finterest. Finterest is going to be huge. It's going to bring a lot of people into DeFi. That's in the DeFi into the space. Then you can follow them on X2. Here's the developers. They're really good guys. Okay, so I'm interested in that. And then the second thing is an NFT project. So first I'll go to, so this is their X page. It's called Poke Studios, and they created a couple NFT collections that are on ICP, like the Motoko Ghost, Poke bots, Poke mutant bots. Motoko Ghosts are like really popular on ICP, like they're really expensive now too. And so I like them.
How expensive we're talking?
Let's see. So the Motoko Ghost are, let's see, right here. So the floor is 40 ICP.
Jeez.
Yeah. But look at this. Their mutant bots are 145 ICP.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then the Poke bots, which is the one. So I bought one of these yesterday when they first launched. Like when I just fell in love with like the design, and I always wanted to get one. I just never.
I can't lie, they're beautiful, man.
They're beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Like when you check this out. So look at this. Let's just click. I don't know this one. So what I love about it is the detail on it. So if you view on chain here, can you see this?
Yeah.
Look how HD this is. Like there's so much detail in them. Like it's ridiculous, bro.
Wow, man.
And then what's nice about this is like if you like buy one of these NFTs, you basically get like a zip file where look at that glare. Like it's just the detail on it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So,
And shout out to Cam. I think the screen sharing. Okay, yep. We think so too. I don't know if you can see the chat, but Cam said I think the screen sharing makes you echo, Rob. So yeah.
So
as long as we don't share the audio from the screen sharing, we're good.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better now, right?
Okay. And then we got Trap coming from the Trap, working in my shop today, buying ICP tonight. Homie just sold him a Toko for 600 ICP. No way.
Oh, you better let me look. Hold on. You better not be capping, Trap.
Please don't cap, chat.
Okay, let me see.
600? Nah.
I'm about to see because everything's viewable on chain.
Bro, I'm about to go buy one right now.
Bro, like I wanted to buy one, but I'm just so these are the Motoko Ghosts. Like they're really beautiful. Like this is from the same artist. They really are nice.
Do we know who the artist is?
So the artist is, I forgot his name. Oh, right here, John Ball, and he's from Poke Studio, and you can follow them on Poke Studio here, Poke Studio UK. First of all, let me show you the video. I'm gonna turn the audio back on just so you can see the video
Yeah.
that got me hyped up. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So right now they're building a anime series with Pokebots. I know you're in anime, right? Because you posted something about that.
Yeah, my
Yeah, yeah.
roommate got me into anime.
Or like kind of at least.
Yeah.
And then they're building a video game, which is all on chain.
Wow.
So this is what got me hyped up. So I always wanted
You
one.
need the NFT to access the video game?
They don't know. Nobody knows yet because they just released like the trailer. But in my opinion, I think it's gonna be like kind of like metaverse, and then you get to have this NFT, but you get to play your character, you know? So
No.
so I gotta unshare this screen first, just so I can reshare it with the audio. So this video, so like I said, I always wanted one, right? But then like when I seen the video, I aped into it last night. I was like, okay, I gotta buy one right now. And then so the floor yesterday was 14 ICP, and now it's 20 ICP. So it went up 6 ICP, which now is not that. Now it's a lot, right? That's like $100 or something. So share your screen with the audio. Okay. So this video just goes crazy, in my opinion. It just hypes me up, you know, obviously enough to buy one. So I'm going to start it over. Let me start it over. Okay,
And make
you ready?
it bigger too, like the
You
screen.
ready? Okay, here we go. Just look at this video. This is on chain on ICP, a game that's coming.
Is there audio?
Oh, you don't hear it?
No. Wow, bro, that looks beautiful though.
Wait, you don't hear the audio?
I chat, can you guys hear the audio?
Because I thought I shared it with the audio. It's our first. Oh, I didn't. It's our first stream, guys. Bear with us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Entire screen. Okay, now I got it. There was an audio. Okay, let's run this back. Just the music is just like, watch, you'll see. Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
This is coming this year. I'm not a big video game player, but it hypes me up. It's hard. Even if my NFT gets first, 100, I 13. Look at that. That's the Motoko post in the middle right there. And Motoko is the code that's written on ICP. That's it. I don't know. To me, that hyped me up.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. I think you gotta turn the audio.
Oh no. Let's turn this off. Now let me stop sharing. I'm going to share it again just to show the last thing that I was bullish on. So that was it for the. So I'm bullish on Pokebot Studios just because the community is growing. Like I said yesterday, the floor for that was 14 ICP. The one that I bought was 20 ICP. So that's where the floor is now. But oh damn, I did the audio. But I don't know. Everybody has their own thing.
For sure.
And I'm not a big NFT guy, but I'm just like, they just look nice, and like, why not support more of the community? It is what it is. So you guys can follow them on X at Poke Studio UK. Good people there. And then this is the last thing for now.
Doing that right now.
So this is Code and State. So as everybody, a lot of people don't know this, but like Dfinity, that's the main foundation for ICP, but there's also Code and State. so Code and State they started with their developers from people that came from Dfinity. So it's basically like Coke and Pepsi. So now so when a lot of people out there are like screaming, oh, it's centralized because Dfinity has all, no, first of all, their share of like market is like decreasing every day, and you can like view that on internetcomputer.org with real numbers that are on chain. But Code and State is like, the other foundation in ICP, and they're really cool people too. Like Cedric, I think his name is Cedric Wahlberger. You can follow him on X too, but he's like the main leader over there. And I got to meet him in Miami earlier this year when I went to the ICP community conference. And one of their biggest things that they do is they make a lot of like workshops for people like you and I that want to build on ICP and to learn how to like code in Motoko, which I haven't done yet, but from what I hear, it's extremely easy. So back in the day, even now, like the basic like coding languages is like Rust, Python, things like
Right,
that. Yeah,
right.
I'm not a coder or developer, and I don't know how to do any of this stuff. But so Dfinity created their own language of coding called Motoko, which is super cool. But it basically simplifies everything and makes everything so easy that like a middle schooler could do it. But what's nice about Code and State is, wow, we have 11 viewers in here right now.
Let's go. Yo,
Oh,
chat, let
baby.
us know where you're streaming in from.
Yeah, that just jumped from 4. Hell yeah. You know what I should have did? I should have shared it to X before. Like even though I shared it from the Bullish podcast X or whatever, like I should have did it from like our main profiles too, just to like give it an extra boost.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. If you want
But
to, you can always like retweet or whatever
yeah,
too.
but this is really nice though. So Code and State, they offer a lot of free workshops. You can follow them on X2, right here. So this is their X profile, Code and State, at Code and State, and they're a venture studio enabling ICP developers to build and monetize faster. And they have a bunch of workshops around the world, virtual and in person, that you can do. The cool thing about the workshops are they're totally free. So anybody can do it. And they're doing this because like they're investing in the community. You know what I mean? Because if they could find the next 10 biggest developers in the world, they win too, because we're all invested in ICP in this,
A
right?
thousand percent, a
You know what I
thousand
mean?
percent.
So they're free. They're really cool. They have ones that are in person. Like I forgot where it was, but it was like Portugal or something. And everybody got to link up to the one in person. You just had to pay for like your flight there and like maybe like room and board. And you got to like meet members of the community, which is really nice too. Because when I went, okay, first of all, when I went to the ICP community conference, I was in my hotel room just a little bit nervous, just because like I get to
You
talk.
right?
Yeah, because I get to talk to all these people online, but I never meet them in person.
Right.
I'm over here like, damn, like I got to go finally meet them, just like hype myself up. And I remember having like a little anxiety walking up to everybody. But then like once you get to like talk to everybody, and there's nothing better than an IRL or in real life event where you get to show face and show people that you're really dedicated to the community, because like you build forever relationships. Like my homie Daniel, he's coming to Wisconsin, like actually I think today or tomorrow in Milwaukee, and like he wants to meet up for like lunch or dinner or something. And that's a relationship that we built in Miami.
That's
And
dope, bro.
yeah, so just if you guys ever get an opportunity to go to an event near you, or even if you got to like invest, like I think I paid like maybe like $1,000 for like the plane tickets and like for my hotel and like for food and everything. For it was like 3 nights or whatever. Like they had food for like breakfast and lunch, but like for dinner it was in a casino, so I had a little bit of fun too. But like that $1,000, like that investment went so far because like people take me like so much more serious in the community, because like they seen that I was there in real life, with
No, for sure, for
yeah,
sure. And kind of pivoting a little bit,
yeah.
and I think it leads
I'm gonna stop
beautifully,
sharing this.
is I think that kind of goes with ICP's marketing strategy, right?
Yeah,
And that's also something that we've been hearing a lot in the community, like, oh man, we need to pay influencers and like get some of the top influencers to start shilling the project, and so they speak about it on their platforms.
yeah,
But I believe the strategy up until now has largely been, let's build community, like
big time,
like all over the world. I've seen ICP hubs in North America, South America, and Africa,
everywhere, dude.
Asia. Like it's literally everywhere, and I think that just speaks volume to I guess like the longevity, like the vision to
Yeah,
be like, hey, we're not just gonna pump this overnight and pump everyone's bags, but like we're gonna grassroots approach, get out there, IRL experiences.
yeah, which I
Um,
love, dude. I can't wait to the next like event that I can go to. Um so the in real life, okay, I just lost my train of thought.
no, you're good, you're good. I wonder, you think they'll bring one to like the Midwest soon?
So right now, the next ICP community conference is, and you can find all their information on their website and on their X profile for anybody that's watching. But so they're basically what they're doing is now for this year, because it's got so big and they had so much interest in it that it's not realistic for everybody to like fly into Miami. People don't have passports, but they're doing a virtual one where it's online. But if there's enough people in an area and they want to do an event for the community, so like basically it'll be live streamed, and then like you'll have a camera at your event, and like they'll like tune in. You know how like when you're watching a football game and they'll like tune into the bar, like look at all the people over here, you know. So and they have grants available out there. So if anybody wants to
Wants to
like
host one?
to host one, yeah, they have grants available for the
Bro, maybe
hosting.
we should host one, man. Maybe if we can get enough people in the Midwest
Bro, I'm
together or
down. I'm
something.
down.
Yeah.
I know a couple people, you know, like even it could be like 10 of us just for a dinner or something, you know, and just like or
1,000%.
whatever, you know, it doesn't have to be like the one I went to was nuts. It was 3 days. I sat at the table with Bob Bodley, who like you just had a meeting with the other day for like dorm hubs.
Amazing guy, by
Yeah,
the way,
dude. And like
bro. Amazing guy, man.
yeah, and like if I didn't have that in real life experience, you know, maybe I wouldn't have known to like say, hey, I think this is a good guy you can talk to for dorm hubs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
And,
know,
and by the way, man, like since we brought him up, I just want to
he's a
publicly
genius.
just give him his flowers. He's a genius,
Yes.
awesome guy. Really helped me to just think about, okay, what's the one, the quickest, but two, the most efficient way to get Dorm Hub in users' hands. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
I think before, like, I had this grand vision of like, building it on chain. And sometimes is that what's required to get started, for your business? And I think that's something that developers, who want to build on chain will have to ask themselves. Maybe it may be easier to get an audience and, like, in my case, get a traditional audience and like introduce them to a token with incentives moving forward. It just depends on your project too, though. But Rob was a great guy, man. Great guy to talk to. Again, thanks, bro, just for even taking the time to talk to me, and just, yeah, it was amazing.
And we want to have him on the show. Like he,
Please,
yeah,
yeah.
for an interview, just to let us know like what he's got going on in his
He's
world. And
got a lot going on.
he's got a lot. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's building some cool stuff.
But that would be man. That's like a legend in the community. Like as far as my perspective, you know, like imagine just having people like him on the show. We could talk to like Dominic Williams, Jan, just real genuine builders in the community that are building like real positive stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can even we can even have the homies on here too, like Trap or whatever. Like, you know,
1,000%,
you
bro.
know,
1,000%.
and then we meet up one day in real life. Like, yeah, it was cool. You know, what's up, bro?
1,000%, man. Bro, I don't know I think we might have talked about this earlier, but I mean, should we even say his name? Yeah, we're gonna say his name.
Okay,
Altcoin Daily.
Altcoin Daily.
What's up with this? I noticed that he tweeted something earlier. It was like, serious, is ICP centralized, question mark. I feel like we've been getting a lot of
Should I
these.
bring that up?
I mean, I feel like we're going there. And we don't have to, whatever. It's just, yeah, you can bring it up. But I think it's cool to like, and
I think
needed to like address these in real time. You know what I mean? To like
so.
educate.
Actually, so I'm gonna go to Dominic Williams' page because okay. Okay, so if anybody doesn't know out there, this is Dominic Williams at Dominic_W. He's the chief scientist for Internet Computer. Like he is the man, the brain, the vision. And I'm actually glad that he responded to this
Thank God. Yeah.
because like yeah, just because like so Altcoin Daily is one of those guys that are like trying to, in my opinion, suppress Internet Computer because I don't know if it's because they're really invested in Solana or if the rumors are true that they're getting paid to like talk bad. And that's what sucks about like the community, crypto community right now, is that the egos are like just trying to suppress certain things when we're just here to help. We want to help you. If we both
Yeah,
come
and
together,
it doesn't have to be that divided, bro. Like, I
yeah,
would love
dude,
to have Altcoin Daily like on the show and like
yeah,
talk
exactly,
in real time and like not debate, but like really
dude.
just talk and hear each other out. And
Yeah, dude. If I see if Solana came out one day and said, okay, we're gonna go finally full Web3 on chain and work with Internet Computer instead of Amazon Web Services, like ICP and Solana together would probably 2 or 3x in the same day or the same week. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it would be like big news in the crypto space, you know? And then that would just be like a chain reaction. I think they're afraid of like Internet Computer becoming bigger, which I feel like is inevitable if they continue down the route, especially for Solana, because Solana right now is like on a death spiral where a lot of users don't know that they're minting an extreme amount of tokens. So their supply inflation is going crazy right now just to keep their gas fees low. And if they keep doing that, like it can hurt a lot of people. But anyway, so here's Dominic Williams. Follow him. That's the main guy that you guys. It's like if you're at your day one on Internet Computer, follow Dominic Williams. Um, so right here, so we'll start off with the tweet from Altcoin Daily. They said, "Serious, like, is ICP centralized?" And the way it's worded, like, some people would say, "Oh, this isn't like negative," but like anybody that knows like the history with Altcoin Daily, like, they don't really support.
when
Um,
I read it, the tone I read it in was like serious,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
like, why are you invested in this? Like,
Right, right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right, right.
And so like they're trying to word it in a way where like they're not being fraudulent and lying, but like kind of like putting a narrative, because a lot of people just read that and they're like, oh, I'm not buying that, you know, and they don't do their
1,000%,
research.
a
That's the
thousand percent.
problem. But then Dominic wrote, I don't know if I should read this whole thing. So ICP is designed to revolutionize compute, and decentralization is key to its design. The network runs under the direct control of an advanced DAO called the network nervous system, or as we all know it, the NNS. Anyone can vote on proposals submitted by the NNS by locking up ICP tokens to create voting neurons. They are called neurons because they can be configured to vote automatically by following other neurons on topic by topic basis. Large numbers of proposals are being processed all the time and they can be submitted by anyone. Some are related to general governance and simply coalesce community opinion, for example, regarding questions of network design. Should I read this whole thing?
Probably one more paragraph or two.
Okay, so other proposals actually cause the network to do something in a fully automated way. For example, they can upgrade the node software running on node machines around the world or adjust one of its internal subnet blockchains. The decentralized NNS directly messages and evolves the network. So you can go to his page and read his response to this, but basically he's letting them know like it's not centralized, you know, and like in the beginning when ICP first came out, there had to be a little bit of centralization because first of all in this world with blockchain what's not centralized, nothing's fully centralized decentralized right now, but DFINITY, it stands for decentralized DFINITY for or decentralized infinity for a reason, because the end goal is that it will be decentralized one day. But Dominic Williams and DFINITY, they're basically mommy and daddy to the ICP community for now until we can grow up to like go and play by ourselves, you know? So like if you go to internet, I'll show this real quick too. Let me just share the screen real quick. So if you go to internetcomputer.org, which I'm going to do, internetcomputer.org, of course it's in there because I'm always on there. And if you go to live stats, and then you go to, where's governance at? Look at this. Like, this is just the most beautiful. Like, if you want real numbers and see everything about ICP, come to internetcomputer.org and you can see everything. Like, some things like Caspa, they're running these blocks. And if you go actually investigate the blocks, they're not really like 1,000 transactions like you would think it is. It's a bunch of
Right,
like BS, you know?
right, right.
But if you go here to governance, and here you can like calculate like how much you can make or whatever. But anyway, DFINITY and Internet Computer voting power. Is this it? I believe so. Yeah. So over time, so when ICP first launched right here, they were at like 40% of like the say. So like if you put a proposal in the NNS, they can take all their stake tokens and vote 40% yes or no. And some people will call that centralized because they hold the power and they can say yes or no, like the ruler, you know? But
Right.
now over time, as more people are coming into the community and staking their ICP in the NNS, as you can see now, they're only at 19%, which is like more than half of what they were. So now they don't have the majority. So they don't, it's not centralized because like if they use their full power and vote no, the other 80% can come in and say yes. And like that outweighs them, right? And then
Right.
over,
Right. Right.
and as you can see over time, this is slowly decreasing. So eventually, you know, they might be down to 10 or 5 or 1%. So ICP is not centralized, and every day it's growing decentralized more and more. And it's going to be the closest thing you get to decentralized over time in the whole world. So, like, this whole narrative of like him coming out saying that and like that. So, in the beginning, let me show you one more thing real quick. So, in the beginning, I gotta find this thing. Hold on one second. So everybody has like this different narrative of like why ICP is bad. And if I can go to my page right here because I shared it earlier. Where's this chart at? Everybody has like a different story. Like, oh wait, hold on. Let me go here. Where's my profile at? The hell? Am I tweaking? Oh, here it
Profile.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out Bullish.
Yo.
So where is it? Where is it? There was a chart that I just put up. Somebody right here. So this is the beginning. So in the beginning, ICP was a scam because it was dumping. Then it was overrated. Then it was a tokenomics. Then it was a silence. Now we're here. Now it's centralized. Then we're gonna pump more, and they're gonna say, "Oh, it's dystopian." And then up here, everybody's gonna be like,
What does dystopian mean?
"Dystopian means like in the future where everything's like steel and concrete and like just like this cold future and like
Okay.
now
Okay.
now everything's run on ICP and like
Ah. Okay. Okay.
so
Okay.
now, so it's just different narratives that keep coming out, and it's like we're just out here like the ICP guardians, like it says right here, like no, no,
For
you
sure.
know. So there's always going to be a narrative, and I feel like I don't know what it is. I don't know if these people are being paid to like to shut it down, or if they just really know that ICP is the future, and they're just trying to like buy more for their bags. You know, like it could be a little bit of both too, and
For sure.
regardless, but yeah,
For sure,
man.
bro. Well, bro, man, we definitely came up on our time.
Yep, we're here for the hour.
Yes, sir. Man, bro, it's always a pleasure, talking with you and
Yep.
talking about things that we're both passionate and things that we love to talk about, man. With that being said, bro,
We can't talk about everything today because we got to do this once a week, you know?
1,000%. With that being said, though, if there's like for those who are watching, who are tuned in, and who are going to hear this later on the recorded version, like let us know your thoughts. Like, come follow us on X. Let us know like what things you want to hear more about, what projects in the ecosystem you're bullish on, or just tell us some of your personal stories. Like, we would love to have you guys on, connect with you guys, and grow this community. More than anything, we want people to be bullish on life, and we want you to think of this podcast as a place where you can go to get energy
Yep.
to do that, man.
Yep. And then make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube if you're already doing it. It's amazing how many subscribers we had before we started.
Yeah. Can we just give the community a shout out, bro? Like, we
Man.
have 110 subscribers.
Yep.
We have 218 followers on X. At this rate, I have no doubt we're gonna hit like 500 subscribers, 500 followers.
Now we're at 111. We got one subscriber since we started.
Wow. Yo, shout out to that 111.
Yeah, 111. Good numbers.
111. Yes,
And
sir.
then we're active on X all day, every day. The Bullish Podcast X, that's me and Rob going back and forth on there. Mostly like the last day it's been mostly him, but I'm gonna get more active on there too. So we're active all day on there, man. Just ask us questions. We're real people. We answer and we talk to everybody. We're not Like we're not special. Like, you know, we love to talk to people. Like, you know, I hate people out there that are like, no, I'm too big for my britches and I'm not going to talk to you because I have like so many followers. Like, no, we like to educate, and like we're really about that life, you know? Like we're just cool dudes, and like, you know, we love talking to people.
That's it. Appreciate you guys. To
Yeah,
the next time.
we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.